Right, so the next step after you have everything drawn in is to start to add some color. Now I kind of filled up my background with flowers, so I'd like you to think of some flowers or other objects you can add into the background. You can easily fill up some of the spaces with some leaves too. All right, normally using colored pencils to color. Now you want to try to do some blending. You can make your flowers whatever color that you want. Just try to keep them bright and cheerful. So you can try to do some blending too. So for instance, let's start in the middle of making whatever colors. Let's say I'm going to do my other flower petals. I could go from red to orange. And some of you practice blending off your last project. So you overlap colors. Kind of get like a really cool blend. So it doesn't have to be just one color. You can kind of use two colors and overlap them. So you get like a really cool transition from one color to another. So I'm going to make the edges of my leaves darker. You can lightly color them in a little bit and then take your lighter green and overlap. So you get a blend of dark to light. I'm just going to use my dark green and go back over my pencil lines or marker lines to get it dark again. Alright, so I'm going to put this into time lapse so you guys can watch the next step. Once you have everything colored in, take a regular pencil and just along the edges in a few spots, we're going to do a little bit of shading. So I'm going to really lightly start to layer down some pencil, pressing a little bit harder along the edges, similar to what we did with the zebra. It's going to kind of help your skull pop out a little bit. Let's take a clean tissue. Works a little better than your finger because your fingers have oil on it. And you can just smudge it out a little bit. If you get some of the pencil on the outside, you can just take your eraser afterwards and clean it up a little bit. And that's going to kind of make your skull look a little bit more three-dimensional so it pops off the edge of the paper. Now if you have clean or tissues with lotion on it, they might kind of stick to your paper a little bit, so if you have a regular one that works a little better, or if you have a blending stump, which is the artist tool, but if you have a tissue it should work just fine. And I'll just take my finger and smudge it out. Kind of flattening out my pencil and just using the side of it. So you want to have a little bit of a sharper pencil, but I'm not using the tip so I don't get really scratchy lines. So try to angle it, holding my pencil higher up so you can control a little bit better than having your hand in the way. Once you have it all shaded in, you can sign your name somewhere along the corner. I'll just sign it kind of along the flower here. And you can upload it to Artsonia under Sugar Skull. Hope you guys had lots of fun. I enjoyed making the project. I hope you did too.